We're back with a new study that might have you thinking twice about reaching for that sweet treat at the grocery store. Research shows that dark chocolate products sold at major retailers may contain high levels of heavy metals.
Chocolate looks innocent, right? Sweet treat, childhood memories, that moment of comfort when life gets hard. But break open the wrong bar, and what you're really eating is lead, cadmium, and child slavery wrapped in shiny foil. For families giving chocolate to kids or seniors enjoying dark chocolate for heart health, this isn't just a bad snack, it's heavy metals destroying your brain while you think you're treating yourself. Today, we're exposing 10 chocolate brands you should never buy. Stay till the end. We'll reveal 5 that are actually safe. 10. Trader Joe's Dark Chocolate. That organic label. The affordable price. The Trader Joe's trust everyone swears by. Walk into any store and you'll see shoppers filling their carts, convinced they're making the smart health choice. But in 2022, Consumer Reports conducted comprehensive heavy metal testing on popular dark chocolate brands. Trader Joe's bars failed spectacularly. Lead levels measured at 127% of California's Proposition 65 safe limit. Cadmium came in at 229%. That's more than double what's considered safe for daily consumption. Let that sink in. A brand marketed to health-conscious consumers is selling chocolate with more than twice the acceptable level of kidney-damaging cadmium. Here's the dirty secret nobody tells you. Organic certification means absolutely nothing for heavy metals. These toxins come from soil where cocoa trees grow, from environmental contamination built up over decades. The organic label protects you from synthetic pesticides, but does nothing about lead and cadmium absorbed through roots. Trader Joe's response when confronted? A brief statement claiming, "We test regularly and meet all safety standards." Yet they refuse to share actual test results or pull contaminated products from shelves. Those same bars sit on shelves today, organic labels gleaming, toxins invisible. For pregnant women, carefully avoiding all harmful exposures, lead crosses the placental barrier freely. It reaches your developing baby's brain and causes permanent neurological damage, IQ reduction, behavioral problems, learning disabilities that last a lifetime. For seniors eating dark chocolate daily for cardiovascular benefits, cadmium accumulates in kidneys faster than aging bodies can eliminate it. Kidney function declines. Bone density weakens as cadmium displaces calcium. The heart benefits you're seeking get canceled by organ damage you can't see. Organic doesn't mean safe. Not with Trader Joe's. Not when pretty labels hide ugly realities. Organic certification. Double the cadmium. Health food fantasy. 9. Russell Stover. Drugstore chocolate since 1923. Heart-shaped boxes appearing on every drugstore shelf each Valentine's Day. That nostalgic choice for seniors remembering when chocolate tasted simple and love felt uncomplicated. But cheap pricing tells you everything about ingredient quality. $5 to $8 for large boxes signals something's wrong. Real chocolate costs more to produce. Quality cocoa costs more to source. So how does Russell Stover keep prices so low? By cutting every possible corner. Independent testing in 2023 confirmed what price tags suggested. Multiple Russell Stover products contained lead and cadmium levels exceeding safe consumption limits. The company never disclosed which products, which batches, or for how long contamination persisted. Pull out any Russell Stover box and read the ingredients yourself. Sugar dominates the list as the first ingredient, not cocoa. Then palm oil, a cheap fat linked to inflammation when consumed regularly. Artificial flavors because real vanilla costs too much. Corn syrup to boost sweetness without increasing price. Real cocoa content? Minimal at best. For families purchasing Valentine's gifts for loved ones, those romantic red boxes contain measurable poison wrapped in pink foil. That's not love, that's negligence packaged as tradition. Valentine's Day tradition, heavy metal reality, romance with poison. Victim of this organic fraud and Valentine's poison? Subscribe so you stop trusting labels that lie to your face. 8. Godiva. In 2020, frustrated consumers filed a class action lawsuit exposing Godiva's deceptive marketing. The truth? Most Godiva chocolate sold in United States stores is manufactured in Reading, Pennsylvania, or in facilities in Turkey, not Belgium, not even close to Belgium. The company had been printing Belgium 1926 prominently on American packaging while manufacturing chocolate thousands of miles away using completely different recipes, different processes, and cheaper ingredients than authentic Belgian Godiva. When evidence became undeniable, Godiva settled the lawsuit for $3.5 million. They admitted no wrongdoing, changed nothing about their packaging design, still print Belgian in large, elegant script on front panels while burying Made in USA in tiny, nearly invisible letters on the back. The deception continues today, but fraudulent origin claims are only part of the problem. Testing in 2022 revealed some Godiva products contained elevated levels of nickel and lead. not the highest on contamination lists, but present nonetheless. You're paying $30 to $50 per box for American-made chocolate pretending to be European luxury while also containing measurable heavy metal contamination. Open one of those gold boxes right now. Notice the fancy ribbons, elegant packaging, and perfect presentation, each piece individually wrapped like precious gems. The experience feels premium because Godiva invested in packaging design, not ingredient quality. For gift buyers thinking they're splurging on authentic Belgian craftsmanship, you're overpaying dramatically for fraudulent marketing. Belgian heritage claim, Pennsylvania manufacturing, $50 fraud, 7 Cadbury, British icon since 1824. That purple wrapper, dairy milk bars and Easter eggs that defined childhoods across the UK. This wasn't just chocolate, it was national identity. Then 2010 happened. Kraft Foods launched a hostile takeover. British consumers protested in streets. Workers walked out. The government tried intervening. Nothing stopped it. Within months, Kraft destroyed everything. The American version uses cheaper ingredients, different processing, more sugar, less cocoa butter. Blind taste tests prove they're completely different products. Americans who try authentic British Cadbury describe their version as chalky, waxy, even like vomit, due to butyric acid from Hershey's processing method. Kraft markets them identically. Same purple packaging, same prices. Never discloses American Cadbury is an inferior knockoff. Post-acquisition, all transparency vanished. No testing data, no contamination reports. Just cost-cutting disguised as American preferences. Walk to your pantry right now. If you see that purple wrapper with Cadbury printed in white script, check where it's made. Says USA? That's not Cadbury. That's corporate fraud wearing a beloved brand's corpse. British heritage, murdered by American greed. Heritage betrayed for profit. 6. Nestle, Toll House chocolate chips. That bright yellow bag. Warm chocolate chip cookies with grandma on Sunday afternoons. The recipe printed on the back that's been in American kitchens since 1939. Childhood baking memories that feel safe, wholesome, fundamentally American. All of it built on the systematic exploitation and trafficking of children. The evidence isn't disputed. Between 2005 and 2021, multiple comprehensive lawsuits accused Nestlé of knowingly funding, benefiting from, and actively perpetuating child slavery operations in Ivory Coast cocoa farms. These weren't vague allegations. Court documents included testimonies, investigative reports, and documented evidence. Children as young as 12 years old working 14-hour days in dangerous conditions, trafficked across international borders from Mali and Burkina Faso, unpaid or paid mere pennies, beaten when they worked too slowly or tried escaping, using machetes that frequently caused severe injuries, exposed to pesticides without protection, living in locked compounds at night to prevent escape. This continued for decades while Nestlé executives knew and did nothing meaningful to stop it. In 2021, the U.S. Supreme Court case finally reached conclusion. The court dismissed the lawsuit on a narrow technicality about corporate jurisdiction, not because Nestlé was innocent, not because the evidence was insufficient, but because Nestlé's lawyers successfully argued that abuse happening on foreign soil couldn't be prosecuted in American courts under specific legal frameworks. Nestlé's response for 20 consecutive years? The same meaningless statement. We're working on supply chain transparency and will continue improving our processes. 2 decades of working on it with zero accountability, zero consequences, and zero real change. Then 2023 Consumer Reports testing found Nestlé chocolate products contained lead and cadmium levels above safe consumption limits. So it's not just slavery, it's poisoning consumers simultaneously. For families baking cookies with children, you're teaching kids to unknowingly fund child exploitation while creating happy memories. For pregnant women eating chocolate chips thinking they're harmless treats, lead exposure crosses the placental barrier and damages fetal brain development at any dose. Grandma's recipe. Child slavery ingredients. Cookies built on suffering. Cinque Mars Dove chocolate. Silky smooth Dove promises. Each piece individually wrapped with inspirational messages designed to brighten your day. Little moments of luxury and encouragement. Believe in yourself. Follow your dreams. You're stronger than you know. Inspirational messages wrapped around funding for child trafficking. Mars Incorporated joined the exact same 2021 child slavery lawsuit as Nestlé. Same evidence of systematic child trafficking in their cocoa supply chains. Same documented abuses on Ivory Coast farms. Same legal arguments about jurisdiction. Case dismissed on the same technicality. Mars denied all responsibility, changed nothing about sourcing or practices. Those Dove Promises wrappers tell you to follow your dreams, while children harvesting cocoa for Mars have no dreams left to follow. They tell you to believe in yourself, while child laborers lose all sense of self-worth through daily abuse. The cognitive dissonance is sickening. The company operates with complete impunity. Annual revenues exceed $45 billion. They own M&M's, Snickers, Milky Way, Twix, and dozens more brands. Market dominance means they face no meaningful consequences for poisoning customers or funding child exploitation. For children eating M&M's daily as after-school snacks, lead accumulates in developing brains and permanently reduces IQ. Even small amounts cause measurable cognitive impairment. For families unwrapping those inspirational Dove messages, each piece funds systematic abuse of children who'll never experience the encouragement those wrappers promise. Inspirational wrappers, child slavery reality, dreams sold on suffering. Subscribe so you never fund child slavery disguised as chocolate again. 4. Lindt Excellence, Swiss luxury since 1845. Premium dark chocolate specifically marketed to health-conscious seniors seeking antioxidant benefits. 70, 85, and 90% cocoa options promising maximum health advantages. Elegant packaging, premium pricing, Swiss precision, and quality reputation. Then 2022 Consumer Reports testing shattered the illusion completely. Lindt Excellence 70% cocoa bar tested positive for cadmium at 116% above California's safe daily limit. The 85% cocoa bar contained lead at 166% above safe limits. The pattern became clear. Higher cocoa percentages meant dramatically higher heavy metal contamination. The healthiest options were actually the most toxic. Consumers who'd been eating these bars daily for cardiovascular benefits were unknowingly poisoning themselves with kidney-damaging cadmium and neurotoxic lead. A 2023 class action lawsuit accused Lindt of deliberately misleading consumers with marketing claims like expertly crafted with the finest ingredients, when their products contained dangerous contamination levels. Thousands of consumers joined the lawsuit seeking damages and demanding reformulation. They literally admitted their marketing was meaningless exaggeration designed to deceive customers into paying premium prices. Then argued customers had no right to complain about being deceived because they should have known better than trusting advertising claims. For seniors eating Lindt Excellence daily, believing they're protecting heart health with antioxidants, you're actually destroying kidney function with cadmium accumulation. For anyone paying premium prices for Swiss quality, you're funding a company that openly admits lying to you and considers your trust stupidity worth exploiting. Swiss reputation, admitted lies, premium poison at luxury prices. 3. Hershey's Special Dark, America's chocolate company since 1894. The brown and silver wrapper of Special Dark, marketed specifically as the healthier alternative. Mildly sweet for consumers watching sugar intake. Positioned as premium option for health-conscious Americans who grew up trusting Hershey's name. The 2022 Consumer Reports investigation revealed something absolutely horrifying. Hershey's Special Dark tested positive for lead at 265% of California's Proposition 65 safe daily limit. Not 165%, not 200%, 265%. The highest lead contamination of every single brand tested in the entire study. To put that in perspective, eating just one Hershey's Special Dark bar delivers nearly 3 times the lead exposure California scientists determined safe for daily consumption. The bar marketed as healthier is actually the most contaminated product on American shelves. Cadmium levels were also dangerously elevated, though not quite as dramatically as lead. Lead doesn't get metabolized or excreted efficiently. It accumulates in bones, brain tissue, and kidneys over years and decades of consumption. Every bar adds to your total body burden. The effects are cumulative and largely irreversible. No product recalls, no formula changes, no new sourcing strategies, no warnings added to packaging. Business continues exactly as before. Hershey's keeps selling America's most lead-contaminated chocolate bar to consumers who've trusted the brand for generations. For seniors who've eaten Hershey's for 40 or 50 years believing it represented American quality, cumulative lead exposure contributes directly to cognitive decline, memory loss, and hand tremors. For diabetics choosing Special Dark specifically for lower sugar content, you're trading sugar concerns for neurotoxin exposure. America's trusted brand, 265% over lead limits, healthier option poison. 2. Great value chocolate, Walmart. Walmart's house brand. $2 to $3 for a full bar. Impossibly cheap pricing that makes budget-conscious shoppers think they're being smart with money. You're not buying chocolate. You're buying petroleum-based chemicals shaped like chocolate. Pull out any great value chocolate bar and read the ingredient panel carefully. Sugar dominates as the primary ingredient, not cocoa. Then palm oil, the cheapest vegetable fat available. Cocoa appears fourth on the list, if at all. Then artificial flavors because real vanilla costs too much for Walmart's profit margins. Soy lecithin as cheap emulsifier. Notice what it's actually called on packaging, not chocolate bar. It says chocolatey coating or chocolate-flavored candy. That's not marketing choice, that's legal requirement. Cocoa content is so minimal, the product doesn't legally qualify as chocolate under FDA standards. Zero origin disclosure about cocoa sourcing. No testing transparency about contamination. No batch codes for traceability. If problems arise, there's no way to track which production runs, which suppliers, which time periods. Just complete opacity hiding mystery ingredients from mystery sources. Break off a piece right now. Notice how it snaps wrong. Too brittle, shattering like cheap plastic instead of breaking with chocolate's characteristic snap. Smell it closely. Chemical sweetness with artificial cocoa scent, not the complex aroma of real chocolate. Put it on your tongue and let it melt. It doesn't melt properly. Instead, it coats your mouth with a greasy film that clings to teeth. That's vegetable oil, not cocoa butter. Trans fats from incompletely hydrogenated vegetable oils. Every bite combines heavy metal poisoning with cardiovascular disease promotion. For seniors on fixed incomes thinking they're being financially responsible, you're not saving money. You're paying with kidney function and cognitive health. The medical costs from cumulative exposure will dwarf any grocery savings. For families buying this for children's lunches thinking chocolate is chocolate, you're feeding kids chemical sludge that trains their palates for junk food addiction. Budget pricing. Chemical ingredients. Savings paid with organs. 1. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. America's most popular Halloween candy. The childhood icon in an orange wrapper that defined entire generations. Walk through any American neighborhood on Halloween and Reese's Cups overflow from every trick-or-treat bag. Birthday parties, Christmas stockings, gas station impulse purchases, Easter baskets. This isn't just candy, it's American cultural identity. And it's poison wrapped in nostalgia. Read the ingredient panel on any Reese's package. The first ingredient listed isn't chocolate. It's not peanut butter, it's sugar. Pure refined sugar dominates the formulation more than any other component. One standard 2-cup package contains 21 grams of sugar. For context, the American Heart Association recommends children consume less than 25 grams of added sugar per entire day from all sources combined. One serving of Reese's Cups delivers almost an entire day's sugar limit before accounting for anything else children eat. The chocolate coating isn't chocolate by any meaningful definition. It's primarily palm oil and cocoa that's been heavily processed with alkali. Dutch processing with alkali destroys the flavonoids and antioxidants that provide chocolate's only health benefits. What remains is brown-colored fat with chocolate flavor and zero nutritional value. The peanut butter filling is even worse. Sugar appears before peanuts in the ingredient list. Then hydrogenated vegetable oil, that's trans fats, the type that raises LDL cholesterol, lowers HDL cholesterol, and promotes cardiovascular disease. The FDA has declared trans fats unsafe at any level. Finally, TBHQ preservative, linked to neurological problems in long-term animal studies and human case reports. Then 2023 brought reports of lead contamination detected in Reese's products during routine testing. Every cup now represents sugar bomb plus trans fats plus questionable preservatives plus heavy metal contamination. Unwrap a Reese's cup right now. Feel that greasy orange residue coating your fingers instantly. That's not cocoa butter or natural oils. That's cheap fats migrating through packaging. Smell it. Artificial peanut scent mixed with chemical sweetness. Nothing smells like real peanuts or real chocolate. Bite into it and notice how the coating melts wrong. Too fast, too greasy. Coating your mouth with slick film. Real chocolate melts clean. This leaves residue that clings. For children eating these regularly, the formulation is neurologically optimized for addiction. The combination of sugar, fat, and salt is precisely engineered to trigger maximum dopamine response. It's not food. It's a delivery mechanism for addictive stimulation. Kids' brains get programmed to crave this specific combination. That programming lasts for life. For families handing out Reese's on Halloween, maintaining beloved traditions, you're distributing packages that promote insulin resistance, cardiovascular disease, and potential lead exposure. Your tradition is teaching neighborhood children to crave toxic combinations. Orange wrapper, childhood icon, engineered addiction with lead exposure. Go check your kitchen right now. If you see Reese's, Hershey's, Special Dark, Lindt Excellence, Dove Promises, Nestle chocolate chips, or any Walmart chocolate, throw them out. Don't wait. Don't finish the bag. Don't save them for Halloween. Your brain, kidneys, and kids' futures aren't worth finishing what's left. But here's the good news. Not every chocolate brand betrayed your trust. Some companies actually test for heavy metals, pay fair wages, and use real ingredients. Clean chocolate exists. You just need to know where to find it. 5. Endangered species chocolate. Every bar supports wildlife conservation. 10% of profits fund endangered species protection directly, but environmental mission doesn't compromise safety. Third-party labs test every batch for heavy metals. Results show zero detectable lead or cadmium above safe limits. Fair trade certified, non-GMO verified, organic ingredients only. The chocolate tastes clean. Rich, smooth, real cocoa butter that snaps properly. Complex aroma from quality beans, not artificial flavoring. Dozens of varieties available. Dark chocolate from 72% to 88% cocoa. Some include sea salt, espresso, or berries. Everything stays natural and tested. The packaging biodegrades completely. Printed with soy-based ink. Zero plastic in supply chains. For families teaching kids that chocolate can be ethical, this proves profit and planet protection coexist. For seniors wanting antioxidants without toxins, these bars deliver benefits without betrayal. Endangered species proves quality doesn't require exploitation. 4. Equal exchange. Worker-owned cooperative since 1986. Farmers who grow cocoa literally own the company and vote on decisions. This isn't symbolic. Cocoa farmers hold voting rights, receive profit shares, and control operations. No corporate executives extracting wealth. Direct trade means fair prices even when commodity markets crash. Organic certified, fair trade verified. Third-party testing confirms heavy metals stay well below safety limits. Annual transparency reports detail sourcing, testing, and social impact. The chocolate tastes complex. Dark flavors with fruity notes varying by origin. You taste the difference between Ecuadorian and Peruvian beans because they actually come from those places. Bars cost more than Hershey's, but your money reaches farmers instead of executives. For seniors remembering when companies operated ethically, this model still exists. For families supporting worker dignity, cooperative ownership ensures fair treatment. Equal exchange restructures capitalism around dignity, not exploitation. Utsunju Taza chocolate. Stone-ground chocolate using traditional Mexican methods. Massive granite millstones grind roasted cacao beans without high heat. Low-temperature processing preserves flavonoids and antioxidants while minimizing chemical changes. Independent labs test every batch. Lead and cadmium levels stay far below safety thresholds. Direct trade pays 2 to 3 times standard rates. Quality sourcing costs more. The chocolate has unique grainy texture from minimal processing, not smooth like commercial brands. That grittiness proves it hasn't been over-refined. You're tasting actual cacao. Taza makes round discs instead of bars. Intense, slightly rustic chocolate with zero artificial smoothness. For athletes wanting clean energy, these provide real fuel. For cancer patients needing genuine antioxidants, Taza delivers measurable compounds. For anyone seeking chocolate that resembles actual food, stone grinding preserves what industrial processing destroys. Real food shouldn't taste like factory uniformity. 2. Alter Eco. Climate neutral certified. Every bar's carbon footprint gets measured, reduced, and offset through reforestation. Third-party labs test every batch for heavy metals. Results published openly online. You verify safety before purchasing. Fair trade, organic certified. Regenerative agriculture improves soil instead of depleting it. Farmers receive living wages plus community development premiums. Simple ingredients. Organic cacao, organic coconut sugar, organic cocoa butter. Some add quinoa, mint, or sea salt. Everything organic and traceable. Impressive variety without artificial additions. Dark chocolate 70% to 90%. Coconut milk, chocolate instead of dairy. Truffles, baking chocolate, chocolate-covered quinoa. Melts smooth. Snaps clean. Proper cocoa butter behavior. For pregnant women avoiding toxins, testing transparency provides peace of mind. For diabetics, coconut sugar has lower glycemic impact. For families wanting variety, dozens of flavors prevent boredom. Alter Eco proves environmental responsibility and safety aren't contradictory. 1. HU Kitchen. Paleo certified. No refined sugar, no dairy, no soy, no emulsifiers. Uses organic coconut sugar instead of refined cane sugar. Lower glycemic index. Trace minerals included. Sweetness without glucose spikes. 4 ingredients. Organic cacao, organic cocoa butter, organic coconut sugar, organic vanilla. Nothing hidden, nothing artificial. Direct trade verified. Heavy metal testing every batch. Results available on request. Complete transparency about sourcing, processing, testing. They show you exactly what they do and why. Tastes remarkably rich despite avoiding dairy and emulsifiers. Quality cocoa butter creates smooth texture, not chemicals. Multiple varieties available. Classic dark chocolate, almond butter cups, cashew butter versions. Gems competing with M&M's minus the lead. For seniors with dietary restrictions, paleo means no inflammatory ingredients. For families wanting healthiest option, transparency and testing provide verification. Hue Kitchen doesn't meet standards. They redefine what standards should be. And there you have it. From Reese's engineering childhood addiction to Lindt calling its own marketing lies, we've exposed how corporate greed corrupted America's favorite treat. You now know what to avoid and what to trust. Choose brands that test for heavy metals, pay workers fairly, and use real ingredients. Your chocolate should bring joy without poisoning. These 5 brands prove that's still possible. If this opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. More food industry exposés coming soon. From protein powders to breakfast cereals, we're exposing it all. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, stay healthy, and keep rising.